Hey guys, Tom over back again. Merry Christmas wherever you are in the world, if you do celebrate it. And welcome to day 26 of the Google Pixel 7 Pro. Today I'm going to walk you through another day in the life with this phone. First thing in the morning, wake up to the sound of the alarm. The phone itself have a super loud speaker, so I never really have any issue hearing the alarm. Me personally, any loud sound early in the morning would wake me up. So at 6 a.m. I make my way across the room, turn off my alarm, snap a picture. Always on display is a must-have feature for me, so I do have it activated. Just makes it easy to glance at the time throughout the day. If there are any random appointments, reminders, or even weather, just a quick glance will give me a lot of information without having to unlock the phone. For breakfast, got some almond croissants. Probably not the healthiest thing in the world, but decided to live life a little. Then I went for my early morning walk. Day 24, or whatever day it is. Starting to lose track of time. 6:50 a.m. Finally left the house to go on my early morning walk. Cold as F, 20 degrees outside. Goal is to walk for an hour. If it's too cold, I might circle back. Gonna try to find a new street to walk on today. Switch it up a little bit instead of just walking in circles forever. Alright, gotta put the phone away because my hand is cold. Snap a few pictures that I think look cool. And speaking of pictures, I recently tried out MKB HD blind camera tests. If you haven't already, it might be worth checking it out. I think you can go to like votemkbhd.com, and from there you'll be able to select a bunch of photos for the blind camera test. Give you an indication of which phone will be your favorite camera quality photos. For me personally, it's actually a pretty fun test. I believe it should be available until the end of January, so I would recommend checking it out just to see what your personal preference is for cameras. So there's like 3 different tests on there: the main camera, the night camera, and then the portrait mode. And for me, my number one winner for the main camera is the Xperia 1 IV. Kind of funny, I actually never had a chance to use this phone, but apparently I am a big fan of it. So it won 32 times and only lost once, according to my personal preference. Of course, everyone's different, and coming in at number 2 is the Google Pixel 6a, which I did use in the past. Maybe it didn't take a bunch of photos when I had it, but I guess I never knew I liked it that much. You know, some things you never really appreciate what you have until it's gone. But that shows that the more expensive phone is not always necessarily the best camera. And this is just the main camera, by the way. And if you're curious, I think the Google Pixel 7 Pro ranked at number 4 for me, which is just slightly outside the top 3. I'd never really done much research on the Find X Pro. I feel like in the US we don't really have access to these Chinese phones that have crazy specs and a lot of cool stuff going on for them. Maybe one day if they partner with the US carriers, we'll have that a shot. Pretty sure they're available on eBay or Amazon if I really wanted to try them. But for now, I do view them as a little bit out of reach. But more of the story here and biggest takeaway, Google Pixel 6a coming in at number 2. Just shows you in general Google have pretty good cameras. And for the portrait mode, my winner actually ended up being the Google Pixel 7 Pro, followed by the Pixel 6a. I only did this test for about a couple minutes, and after a while it does get a little exhausting. In the last test when I did the main camera, I didn't know I was supposed to stop at some point, so I was just clicking for like 20 minutes and it got really exhausting. But I guess the more you do, the better data that you have and it'll be more accurate. But for the portrait mode, I stopped after about 5 minutes or so. And the Pixel 7 Pro is the clear runaway winner for portrait mode. Pixel 6a came in second, 3 victories and no losses. And Nothing One Phone came in at number 3. It's a little surprising, but I think the data set is pretty small. And maybe if I run like another 20-minute test, I think this will definitely change. But at least for the top 2, I think that's pretty clear that the Google Pixel 7 Pro does offer one of the best portrait mode camera. The only problem there for me is I don't take a lot of portrait photo because if I want to take photos of other people. But at least we know You're paying for 900 bucks, you're getting a really good portrait photo camera. And the last test was the night mode. Pixel 6a comes in at number 1, followed by the Pixel 7 Pro, and the S22 Ultra snuck in there for me for night mode. So just in general, I would say, at least for me personally, Pixel is one of the best cameras on smartphone just for photographies alone, just by the small sample of tests. And just to jump back to my day in the life, here's a few more photos for you guys. And even though the Pixel 7 Pro take pretty decent photos, I mentioned in prior videos when I first launched the camera, it does get a little bit out of focus, like you can see right here. I have to snap a quick picture just to show you guys an example. And then I have to tap on the camera just to make it refocus. And then you get decent photos after that. Here's a few more shots. Just me walking in the streets. And then a couple more zoom in photos. By 8 o'clock, made it back home and my phone is at 81%. Close to noon, had a call to make an appointment for my mom. This direct my call feature is super useful. You can see everything transcribed in live time as you're talking to an automated machine. All the text is listed on here so you can just read it and select the number there. Super helpful. Sometimes you're not listening, you might need to listen to the prompt 100 times. These are the few exclusive features on the Pixel series that I do really like. Makes your life a little bit easier. For lunch, got some dumplings and leftover noodles. Did some light gaming in the afternoon. And the phone still does heat up a little bit if you play for more than 15 minutes. And then went for an afternoon walk. By 1:16, the phone is at about 30%. In the evening, went out to grab some pizza. And then wrapped up the night by watching Emily in Paris on Netflix. And throughout the day, I'm always using Snapchat and text just to stay connected with my friends. A lot of the high-end flagship phones do have 5G capabilities these days, so there's nothing new there. I actually turned mine off just to save a little bit of battery. 5G is still not readily available everywhere, although you do see the icon. I feel like it's always bouncing back and forth, so I just turn it off just to make life easier. At 3:37, my phone is at 5%, so we'll give time of death 4 o'clock. This gives it roughly 10 hours of battery life today and only 2 hours and 21 minutes of screen on time, which is unspectacular to say the least. Google Photos been active for like an hour today using 9%. Google Recording app used 8%. YouTube Music, some gaming. Do have Pokemon running for like an hour and 44 minutes. YouTube says 4 hours and 40 minutes. I don't think that's accurate. 7 hours of idle time. Overall, another solid day with the Google Pixel 7 Pro. Thanks for joining me in this day in the life. Please check out day 25 if you haven't already. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover with the Google Pixel 7 series as we are heading to the end. Let me know what your experiences has been so far. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and see you guys in the next video.